We've been playing the same Mario Kart game for about 7 years at this point, and now I think it's time for some cool new ideas. And since the tone has been getting kind of bland at this point with the Mario Kart games, here's my predictions of 3 Mario Kart games that I think Nintendo needs to make. So let's get started with the first game I'd like to see. The first one I'd like to see is Mario Kart All-Stars. They've made Mario All-Stars games before, aka Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World and Mario 3D All-Stars. So there should be no problem with them making this one. Mario All-Stars will of course be every Mario Kart game, or a different option that I'll talk about in a little bit. Onto the game. Since there's 9 Mario Kart games, Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, Super Circuit, Double Dash, DS, Wii, 7, 8, and 8 Deluxe. No, that's obviously a lot of games. Since there's many games, I'd probably take up too much space and might not even be able to fit on just one cartridge or a digital game. So if it takes up too much space, then they could use this solution. There could be 2 games. One of them be the first 4 games, Super Mario Kart 64, Super Circuit, and Double Dash, and an expansion pack, DLC, or simply just the second game in general could be Mario Kart All-Stars expansion pack, etc. I think the most likely choice is for the expansion pack and for it to have Mario Kart DS, Wii, 7, and 8. You might have noticed I didn't say 8 Deluxe since 8 and 8 Deluxe are so similar. I think this would be a good choice. You put Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the new battle mode and the regular battle mode tracks from the original game from the Wii U. The Wii U version of Mario Kart 8 had the Grand Prix tracks, beat some of the battle mode tracks, so there's definitely some people that like those originals more, so I'd say that to keep the most people happy, they need to keep the new ones and the original ones. So with all those features I talked about just now, everybody should be happy. Now, one thing that people don't like about 3D All-Stars was that it patched out multiple game glitches from Mario 64. I don't think any from Sunshine, maybe a little bit from Galaxy. With Mario Kart All-Stars, I want all the shortcuts, all the glitches, everything. So that's what I've got for Mario Kart All-Stars. Now, one more thing I want to say is that I want them to look more revamped because some people were very disappointed because in 3D All-Stars, they put Mario Sunshine in full screen, but they didn't put Mario 64 in full screen. I want all these games in full screen. If they want to, they could make it be smoother, like maybe frame rate. I'm talking about like the renders of the characters. I don't think they need to make it smoother because I don't know, they just don't need to. So it should be very similar to 3D All-Stars, just not taking out the glitches or anything, but they should look a little bit more revamped. So now that we're done talking about Mario Kart All-Stars, here is another game because I think that's kind of unrealistic since we're talking about Nintendo here. So here's another game I think they should make. If they're not willing to make regular Mario Kart All-Stars, here's another suggestion they should make with those exceptions. There should be something called Mario Kart 8 Retro, or for a different name, Mario Kart 8 Remakes. I think Mario Kart 8 Retro is a better name. What I think they should do for this game is a selection of 4 to 6 tracks from each game remade in 8's engine. So here are my suggestions of what they should do. Either they do something like where the fans vote on some tracks and give them suggestions, and then they vote on those tracks that suggestions were given, or they select their own tracks but if their fans suggest them, they really can't get backlash because it's their fans and it's not their choices. But if they choose their own tracks, they might get backlash, but I don't know. But here are some of my picks for the tracks I'd want to see for some of the cups. For each cup, I also want to say something really quick. The cup should either be called the SNES Cup, the N64 Cup, the GA Cup, the GameCube Cup, etc. Or just call them the Super Cup, 64 Cup, Circuit Cup, or Super Circuit Cup, Double Dash Cup. And for DS and Wii, they would have to say DS and Wii because they don't have other names. It's just the names of their consoles. So I'd say that they should call them cups by console names, and they should make something called the Rainbow Road Cup, or the Rainbow Cup. Basically just all the Rainbow Roads in 2 cups. Or if they want to, then they can just put 8 tracks into 1 cup. But if not, then the first Rainbow Road Cup will have the first 4 Rainbow Roads into that cup, and the second Rainbow Road Cup would have, of course, the last 4. And now since that's over with, here's my personal selection for the tracks. For the SNES tracks, there should be Mario Circuit 3, Bowser's Castle 2, Donut Plains 3, Vanilla Lake 2. Lake 2, there should be an underwater section in that big puddle of water there, because usually you just fall through like usual and you have to get back up. And I think it'd be extremely cool for there to be like a whole underwater section For the N64 Cup, they should put Cooper Beach, Choco Mountain, Water Stadium, since it's the last track from MK64 that hasn't been remade yet, and DK Jungle Parkway. For Super Circuit tracks, we have Riverside Park, Bounce Castle 2, Sunset Wilds, and Broken Pier. For Double Dash, I would like to see Luigi Circuit, Daisy Cruiser, Sherbet Land, because it's my favorite ice stage in Mario Kart. And finally, Bowser Castle, because it's one of my favorites. So that's the regular game, so let's start with the expansion pack, if they add. For Mario Kart DS, they should add Cheap Cheap Beach, Shroom Bridge, Airship Fortress, and Bowser Castle. For Luigi, they should add Moonview Highway, Coconut Mall, the Daisy Circuit, and the Bowser Castle. For 7, we should get Cheap Cheap Lagoon, Woohoo Loop, Wario Shipyard, and Bowser Castle. I was going to say DK Jungle since it's my favorite DK track, but 8 remade that already. Speaking of 8, they should also put in Thwomp Ruins because it's one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks of all time, of course. There's on its flaws. And Shy Guy Falls, Sunshine Airport, of course, because it's based off of the best Mario game of all time, and Cloud Top Cruise. That was a lot of stuff to say, but I think that's all for Mario All-Stars and Mario Kart 8 Retro. But I think it's more likely for them to put Mario Kart All-Stars anyways, and I honestly would like that more. So we've already predicted 2 of the 3 games that I want to see, so those were Mario Kart All-Stars and Mario Kart 8 Retro. The next one I want to predict is basically Mario Kart 9, but no, this ain't no regular Mario Kart game. This game, I think, should be called Mario Kart Triple Dash. Double Dash is either my second or third favorite game in the Mario Kart franchise, so I think it'd be a neat idea to make this. Okay, so think of your controls as you're using a Wii U Pro controller. The controller has 4 top buttons, L, R, Z, L, and ZR. I'm pretty sure the Switch Pro controller has the same thing, so the regular R button could be switching to the person on the right. The L button should be switching to the person on the left. We're switching to the front of the seat because 2 of them are on the back and 1 of them is up front driving. Z and L could just stick to driving, but since I know that some people prefer the regular L and R buttons to drift, I think they should let you change your controls. I'm not even only talking about those top buttons. I'm talking about the B, X, A, Y, etc. You need to keep every mode that was in Mario Kart 8, meaning keep the versus mode and don't take it out like you did with Mario Kart 7. Before I talk about the Grand Prix, I want to talk about the roster. Mario Kart Wii, Double Dash 7 and 8 had some amazing character rosters. I've heard that some people say that every tour character should be ported to Mario Kart 9, but I don't think that makes too much sense because, like I said earlier, this is Nintendo and there is far too many characters. I think that'd probably be the exact same thing, like I said earlier with All-Stars. It probably wouldn't take up all of the storage on the cartridge, but it would take up like most of it, if not the whole cartridge anyways. So, I'm thinking they put every character from Wii, Double Dash 7 and 8 into this game. Since those games have the most unique character rosters and they all have lots, just not quite as many as Mario Kart Tour, obviously. And nobody can get mad because most of people's fan favorites are in this game. What can you complain about? Donkey Kong Jr.? Nah, nobody ever complains about that. Shut up. Anyways, now that we've got the selection out of the way, let's talk about another thing with the characters. Mario Kart 8 has a photo type with certain versions of Shy Guy and Yoshi when you purchase the DLC. You can get a pink version of Yoshi, blue version, red version, white version, etc., black version. But then they have the Gold Mario for Mario Kart Deluxe, Metal Mario, Baby Mario, and Tanuki Mario all individually placed separately. And that goes for every character that has different costumes. So what I think they should do is put every variant of the characters into one folder. So Mario, Baby Mario, Metal Mario, etc. all into one folder. And like I said earlier, that goes for every character that has multiple variants. I think they should also add new characters. My picks are Mario with Flood, basically the Mario Sunshine variant of him, Sonic, but I don't think they'd probably add that, honestly. EGAT, Captain Toad and Toadette, and of course, Captain Toad looking style, Pauline, the Baby Yoshi variants, Dr. Mario, Cranky Kong, and possibly a Goomba because he technically could drive with his feet. And it's not a realistic game, so, well, you know. So now that we've got all that out of the way, the next thing I'll talk about is the cart pieces. Like I said earlier, the cart pieces should be one from every Mario Kart game that I talked about, Mario Kart Wii, Double Dash 7 and 8. Just make sure they say Wii or Double Dash, for example, next to the name so you know which game that specific cart piece is coming from, because each game has some standard carts. So, like let's say for example the standard cart for Mario Kart Double Dash, then the standard cart for Mario Kart Wii. And if you don't know, they need to put Wii and Double Dash next to there. But 7 and 8, I'm pretty sure they both do have the same standard carts, but 8's is just more smooth, but not really sure, of course, because they look very similar, so who would really care, honestly. So now we're going to get into the Nitro tracks. The first I'd like to see is Yoshi Daycare. I know, sounds weird, and it is weird. What I'd like to see in this track is really just, well, a daycare. There could be lots of moving toys similar to Ribbon Road and Mario Kart 8. Second track could be something based off of the levels in Captain Toad. Since Captain Toad and Toadette were a prediction I made for the characters, I think this would be a very cool track. Next, since I predicted Sonic to be in the game, perhaps there could be Green Hill, Emerald Hill. But since I think Sonic Colors DS is the best game in the franchise, I think they should probably add that instead. But Green Hill is way more iconic, so they'll very likely add that instead, but it's a win-win anyways. If they decide to add Sega things at all, honestly. I also think they should make a retro Mario map. Basically, the environment changes every 15 seconds or so. I think the map should change up to Mario Bros. 1 to New Super Mario Bros. DS environment. Then the track stops because it's a retro map. So it starts with Mario Bros. 1 and it goes into the environment that Mario Kart NSMB DS looks like. For the Flower Cup, I'd like to see Egad's Lavatory or something because it's very similar to Luigi's Mansion, and I really like those games. Then Rosalina's Galaxy could be next. The Mario Galaxy games aren't particularly my favorite, but it could be a very cool map. The third track could be Namco Circuit. Pac-Man was in Mario Kart arcade game, so a track based off of Bandai Namco who added those characters into that game would be pretty cool. And for the final track of Flower Cup, it should be Mario Circuit. Well, probably not even the final track. I think they added like the first track usually, but I don't know because I don't play those because they're generic. But I honestly don't even know what they'd add to Mario Circuit tracks anymore because they have 8 of them. No, actually no, they have more than 8. Yeah, so I really don't even know what they do with the tracks anymore. Next, I think they should change up something a little bit and make the Star Cup the Shine Cup. The first track could perhaps be Barnacle Hills from Mario Sunshine, or maybe even Rico Harbor. They both require many ramps in the water, and in both the tracks, there should be a whole underwater section. Perhaps for Barnacle Hills, it could be a whole underground section, as you can go underground into Final Plaza and Mario Sunshine. Then they should make a Bomb Battlefield map. It should basically just be the same thing from Mario 64, but a one-lap course since it's a kind of large course. And imagine just driving on that. I think that'd be very cool. Next, there could be Donut Circuit. It should be based off of Mario World since Super Mario World has that world, and it's basically like donut planes from Super Mario. And the final track of this world should be Super Bell Hill. Since Mario 3D World is getting re-released on the Switch, I think it would be a good idea to add this now because it'd be way more iconic since, of course, more people are playing it who doesn't have the Wii U, or young kids are just now getting to play this game, And the final cup should, of course, be the Special Cup. The first could have Diddy Kong's Jungle. Seeing as they always have Donkey Kong's Jungle as the first track, I think it would be very cool and unique to see one based off of Diddy Kong instead of Donkey Kong. And he's also a cool character. And he's also in Mario Kart Wii, so that would fit very perfectly because like I predicted earlier, every Mario Kart Wii, Double Dash, 7 and 8, of course, characters should be in this game. So he would, of course, fit very perfectly. The track could perhaps start in the house from Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong 64. It could go through multiple areas from DK Country or DK 64. This would be a very cool track, and I think lots of people will like it. Then instead of a Bowser Castle, we could get Bob-omb Fortress. There's some Bowser things in it as well. But this game is Rainbow Road. They really should do it as Mario Kart 7, Wii, Double Dash, and 8's combined into one. So it's a space station with the moon and Saturn and whatnot, colorful textures that of course comes from Double Dash, and a hard level which of course comes from Wii. But I don't want it to be too terribly hard because that honestly stopped me from playing the game, so I think it should be, with rankings, I think it should be a no mode track with probably a hard mode, not extreme mode, because that's what I feel when I play on the Wii's. And honestly, I don't even know what they do besides that because they've made over 8 Rainbow Roads at this point. So what can they do? There's honestly no saying if it will be better than Mario Kart 7's. Now we've got the Nitro tracks done, let's start with the Retro tracks. I want there to be 2 tracks from each game. 2 tracks from Super Mario Kart and 2 tracks from Mario Kart 64 and 1 Cup, etc. The Shell Cup should have Mario Circuit 2, Donut Plains 3, Wario Stadium because it hasn't been remade yet, it's the last track that hasn't been remade from Mario Kart 64, and Luigi Raceway. The Banana Cup should have Cheep Cheep Island, Yoshi Desert, Daisy Cruiser, and Dino Dino Jungle. The Leaf Cup should have the Final Square, Airship Fortress, Toad Factory, and the Bowser Castle from Mario Kart V. Finally, the Lightning Cup should have 5 tracks, and you'll see why in a second. It should have Rock Rock Mountain, Neo Bowser City, Sunshine Airport because it's of course based off of the best Mario game of all time, and Water Park. And for the final track, I think we should have every Rainbow Road combined into one. I've seen this multiple times with mods of Mario Kart DS and 7, so it'd be very amazing to see if there was actually an official track like that. And I think it would be definitely my favorite track of the retro ones. So since we've got the Nitro and Retro Cups out of the way, let's finish the video with the Battle Mode tracks. The battle track should be every battle mode track from Mario Kart Wii, 7, Double Dash, and 8. And the new one should be the Final Plaza, the actual one, not the Final Square. The Outside of Peach's Castle from Mario 64, the Common Observatory, of course, from Mario Galaxy, and Cascade Kingdom from Mario Odyssey. All of those are hub worlds from 4 Mario games that are all amazing, but if they were a battle mode, I think they'd be very good battle mode tracks, and it would fit very good. More than just the regular track itself. But Cascade Kingdom from Mario Odyssey is a very, very large place. So they'd have to shrink it down, I'd say about like 60 to 70% for it to fit good as a battle mode track. And that's my predictions for 3 Mario Kart games that Nintendo really needs to make. So thanks for watching. Click on another video on screen if you enjoyed, and peace.
I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, other girls like that. And the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'ma pay some back. I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, other girls like that. And the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'ma pay some back.